We're now getting in a CNN News 18 exclusive news break as the Pakistan government has confirmed the tabling of 27th constitutional amendment in the Pakistani parliament. With this move, Pakistan is all set for civil-military hybrid system constitutionally, something that has been always understood but something that is being made official in Pakistan only now. This bill related to fresh tweaks is expected to be presented before the Senate on the 7th of November. This tweak is also sought to amend Article 243 in Pakistan, which pertains to the Supreme Command of the Armed Forces and constitutional cover to the Field Marshal Asim Munir. So remember, tweaking that the Pakistan government has confirmed. This is a constitutional tweaking, and this will be part of the 27th constitutional amendment in the country. And with this tweaking, the civil-military hybrid system will be accepted in Pakistan constitutionally. This particular bill that one is talking about, that is amendment that is looking at the 27th amendment that Pakistan will see, is related to these tweaks, and it is expected to be presented before the Senate on the 7th of November. And this will go on to eventually amend what is Article 243 of the Pakistani Constitution, and this will in fact pertaining to the Supreme Command of Armed Forces and constitutional cover to Field Marshal Asim Munir. Something that has been understood so far has been made official or will be made official this 7th of November. My colleague Akanksha Swaroop with all the details. Akanksha?
Absolutely, and as you rightly highlighted that you're looking at the 27th amendment of the Pakistan Constitution over here, because remember the Pakistan Constitution so far, Griha, does not really spell out or define what are the roles and the powers vested in the position of a field marshal. So this is going to be a sort of a new position which will be created in the Pakistani Constitution this time around. Not to forget that they're also looking towards changing the polity, which will now be a combination of the federal and the army structure, where the army field marshal, which is going to be Asim Munir, will act as a supreme commander of all the three chiefs of of the Pakistan Armed Forces, whether it is Navy, Air or the Army. It will also include the DGISI. All of these positions will now be clubbed together under the position of the field marshal. But to bring our viewers up to speed, the Article 243 of the Constitution, which will also be amended, it deals with the Armed Forces control and command as well as the appointment of Central Services Officer. Now, when you are talking about amending the 27th the amendment to the 27th article, which is also going to include the establishment of the constitutional office of the field marshal, which so far is not present in the constitution. Like the Prime Minister's office and the President's office, this will now have a third constitutional position to create the post of a commander-in-chief or the CIC or field marshal with CIC in powers, who can appoint, as I just now highlighted, the chiefs of these three armed forces, whether it is your Navy, your Air or the Army chief as well. That will also include the DGISI and other key postings and positions as well. The constitutional protection which will be granted to the field marshal will also be stated out and defined very clearly. Some possible amendments in the Pakistan Army Act of 1952, which will now spell out the service, the tenure and powers. Most importantly, you're looking towards an extension for the Field Marshal Asim Munir, who will now be in a position for 5 years. Again, some positions like Chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee may be abolished. Some new positions may be created, like Vice Chief of Army Staff, who can work under the Field Marshal or the CNC. Now, which is of course going to mean the Chief of Army Staff as well. But having said that, you're looking at a new constitution of sorts, which will will vest greater powers or perhaps equal powers like that of the federal government in Pakistan. Remember, the Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir has played a very crucial role. They are also looking towards combining all of these provincial governments to report directly to the federal government. This has to do with the mining projects. Pakistan's already gone ahead and they've sold off various mining deals, not just to the United States but also to China, and it is these mining projects which come under provincial governments, and now the Pakistan constitution
Right,
will be
Akansha, thank you so much for all of those details there. We are quickly moving to this next piece of breaking news on the broadcast. We're learning that the TVK has